Hey guys, welcome back to Batch Makers, your favorite show that recaps all things Bachelor Nation. Before we continue with this episode, we're going to ask you very nicely, Michael, please deliver the news.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And share.
In that order, or reverse the order. It doesn't matter to us. Just do those things. Helps us. Enjoy this episode. We'll see you in the episode. Just keep watching. All right. Bye.
I'm up.
He's stuck.
And hello, hi, how are you? Welcome back to Batch Makers Fantasy Suite Edition for Joey's season. 3 women left. No one goes home today. No roses were given out, which means no poem. Unfortunately, I was really looking forward to giving out a poem today, but no poem. And we'll get to a full episode recap. But first things first, we have some reviews to review. We have 2 more. 2 great reviews to review. So, first one is from a lovely person called Clarence C. It's like the name Clarence and then S-E. Clarescence?
Okay.
Clarensis? Something like that.
Clarence.
Yeah, something like that.
We Clarence see you.
So they gave us 5 stars. Shout out to them. They said, love it. Just found my new favorite listen. ... Keep it up. Now, I want to review this. I would give this review maybe like 3 out of 5 Joeys. I don't think we should be anyone's favorite listen. First of all, that's too much pressure for us. And second of all, like maybe like listen, I don't know if this is a guy or a girl, maybe like listen to your wife before you listen to us. That should be your favorite listen if you're a guy. Or maybe like go listen to your husband and like your kids, what they want. And then or your parents. Listen to them over us. We shouldn't be anyone's favorite listen. That's my only critique of that review.
Personally, I'll give it a 4. I loved how it was short, simple, to the point. Love that. And then bonus points for the name. Clarence is a fun name.
Book of Clarence. I think it's a movie that just came out.
And the one guy from that one movie, It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, there you go. Next review comes from, this is not a word, definitely not a name, FJDK Sif. Says, elite podcast, electric conversation on The Bachelor, truly inspiring. Again, I don't think we're the inspiring type. I don't think you're going to listen to us and be like, hell yeah, like I'm inspired, but I like where you're at. They give us 5 stars as well. I'm going to give this a slight uptick, 3.5 out of 5. I'm being generous with this too. I'm not going to give out. I'm not just going to hand out 5 out of 5s though.
I think we are inspiring. So inspirational, man.
But I also think like we're inspiring in the opposite. We're in the opposite where like they see us and they listen to us. Like I'm inspired to not be like them. So either way, it works. That's technically an inspiration.
A win is a win.
A win is a win. As long as
we spark
some kind of inspiration, I'll take it. So thank you for the reviews again. People, if you want to be featured on the show, all reviews, I'll look at them. I'll pick the best ones, put them up there. So, yeah, leave us reviews on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening to. Team updates, not much to talk about here. We just had some kissing points. No roses were given out. Bailey's Babes, obviously, out of the conversation, stuck at 89 points. It's the race to 90. First one to 90 is going to win if either my team or Lacey's team can get there. Michael, anything you want to say? Obviously, you have no one left in the race.
Yeah, crunching some quick numbers. Lizzie, you have 0 chance to catch me. Just crunching some numbers.
I did, but
unless he gets engaged to both Rachel and Daisy, which would be never before seen. So I guess could happen. Wouldn't
hate it. I wouldn't hate that ending.
First polygamous ending.
Yeah.
That way, that's got to happen at some point, right? It's got to happen at some point.
It's progressive as fuck.
It's an election year. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
That's good. Yeah. So
it's just you versus me, you think? based off the numbers.
Yeah, and shout out the background of why it's the flag
Oh yeah,
for the YouTube watchers.
those watching YouTube.
That's some even more eye candy. That's double eye candy.
I got a nice banner. I do need to take it down though because to fulfill my punishment from
Just take down half the side.
I'm gonna
just so
try.
it's my Bitmoji and my
So it's
face.
just you on both sides.
Oh no, it all
Honestly,
fell.
that Bitmoji, it does.
Yeah, whatever.
Bitmoji really doesn't look like me, but
Well, neither is mine.
yeah,
There's
it's true.
Bitmojis. Bitmojis are like very basic human
We need
features.
better AI. All right,
Yeah.
Bitmoji. All right, Snapchat.
But shout out to I forget where I bought that from, but I got a giant Batchmakers thing behind me, so that'll be up. Hopefully, I don't lose this season. Hopefully, Kelsey A clutches up, and then I can just have that behind me the whole time. Because if not, and I lose again, I'll have to find a way to get you up there. But we'll see. But yeah, my team, Wise Gals, Kelsey A, great performance for about 80% of the time, and then towards the end, freaked out a little bit. And we'll talk about it later on. And I'm gonna do something that's unprecedented on this show. I'm gonna have a little gripe with Leslie here, because
First time in Bachelor
first
history.
of all, choo choo, everyone,
Choo-choo.
choo choo, Leslie train. There we go, choo choo. Leslie, we love you. It's all love. It's always been love. All we ever know is love. But you kind of scared my wise gal a little bit. You freaked her out a little bit. I don't blame Leslie as much as I blame the producers. Why the hell would you choose the one lady who got screwed over in the final two to go talk to one of the girls who's about to be in the final two? Why would you do that? It makes no sense. Why?
I know why. Both their moms died when they were young. They trauma bonded over that. That is definitely why. Because I was thinking, why isn't Leslie talking with Daisy since they're Minnesotians, Minnesotans, Minnesota Minneapolis,
Minnesotans.
Minnesotans.
Yeah.
twins.
They're twin cities. They're twin cities.
Yeah, Twin Cities. But then I realized, obviously, the producers are going to set it up so they can trauma bond, because that's what the producers like to do, just bring out trauma. Which is
and
fair.
we might as well
TV.
talk about it now. These were Golden Bachelorette tryouts. Is there a chance those are the final three and they're still deciding? And they said who gets the most pop on Twitter?
No, because there's no way Sandra was in the final three. Sorry, I said it.
You
said it, not me.
I don't think it's impossible that a lot of the Golden Grannies said no. And then that's the F. They're pushing Susan hard. They're pushing Susan very hard.
They really are. Yeah.
And I'll say it again, she'd be the perfect host for that franchise. But we'll see. And Leslie, great performance as always. We love her, but you scared Kelsey a little bit. And then Sandra felt like the odd woman out there. I do like her a lot, actually, but she didn't feel like a front runner in Gary's season or for Golden Bachelorette, but we could be wrong. But yeah, that's the only thing I want to say about Leslie. You know, I love you, Leslie, but just let Kelsey A win. I need this win badly. But yeah.
Why?
What?
Did anything happen today?
We don't need to talk about. This may coincide with NFL free agency starting today, and as a Minnesota Viking fan, something may have happened, and I'm not in the best mood. We don't have to talk about it because it's the Bachelor show, and it's our duty. It's my duty to the people of Batchmaker Nation to not let my outside allegiances affect the show, and I'm not going to do that. So, kind of shame on you for bringing that one up, Michael.
I didn't even bring it up technically.
No, you kind of did. You know,
alluded to it.
He just asked if anything was happening.
No, we don't do that on the show. We don't talk to each other about our feelings. We talk about other people's feelings. That's the point of the show. Come on.
I was talking about your feelings.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't do that. We talk about it on the show. We keep it
my reality TV.
It's a show, Michael. Nothing is real. Nothing matters. It's all a show.
Yeah.
Lizzie, talk about your team. How's your team doing?
Well, I don't really know what to say. Like, I don't want to be. How do I put it?
We're gonna find out how you put it.
Thank you. Well, I hate to say it, but I don't think Rachel's gonna be final two.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah.
I know.
Shocker.
Michael's face is saying it
Hot
all.
take, Lizzie.
It's me. But no, I mean, it's fine. I feel like Daisy does the same thing every week.
Yeah. She did decide. Daisy was like, you know what? I'm very emotional this week. I'm gonna be emotional. She said it like 4 times. She's like, this week I'm gonna be emotional. I was like, okay, all right, cool.
That's like good for you.
Yeah,
Thank
sick.
you.
It's this
Thanks for opening up.
this episode was a whole lot of nothing, to be
Yeah.
honest. But one thing I do want to address with Daisy is we've been not anti Daisy, but a lot of people think we are hating on Daisy because I've said multiple times that I don't think Daisy likes Joey. I don't even know if Daisy likes Joey. I really don't. I'm not fully convinced that Daisy likes Joey because she's almost, I think she knows at this point she's supposed to, but she said 8 times in this episode, I'm not in love with Joey. Guys, don't worry, I'm not in love with Joey. I'm getting weird vibes from Daisy. And I understand the argument that she's not like going all in, she's being hesitant, she's kind of protecting herself. But at some point, she's all in. This goes back all the way to my week 1 theory that I don't think Daisy wanted the Bachelor to be Joey. I think she wanted someone else. She said a lot of, oh, like, I'm sure this is overwhelming for you. Like, I'm sure I'm here for you. I'm sure this is really cool experience for you.
Have fun and get to know you and see if we can like develop a relationship. And it's got to be a pretty like incredible feeling, like all these people like wanting to meet you and spend time with you. Like that's such a big compliment.
She never quite expressed interest in the fact that I'm very happy that this is you, which people are taking that as hate, which is an insane take because you are implying that Daisy has to like Joey in order to be happy and live a great life. No, Daisy doesn't need Joey, doesn't, and I'm not afraid to say it. Daisy doesn't need Joey. She could be well off, very happy without him. So me saying that Daisy doesn't like Joey is not hate towards Daisy whatsoever. And people who are saying that on the interwebs are lying to themselves. They just want Daisy and Joey to end up together. That's why they think I'm hating on Daisy when they're the ones hating on Daisy by thinking she needs a man. She doesn't. That's
Are you
all.
gaslighting them?
Oh my
I'll
God,
gaslight
preach,
the yeah, the
queen.
interwebs people, the haters out there, the Daisy haters. I'm not a Daisy hater. I'm arguably Daisy's biggest fan by saying if you don't like Joey, get out. You don't need him. Don't fall into the trap of going for the Bachelor because it's the Bachelor. You don't need him. I'm arguably Daisy's biggest fan. Some could say. They aren't saying it, but they should.
Fair enough.
I'll get to my Daisy when it's
If
Daisy,
anyone's a
Daisy
Daisy
time.
hater, it's Michael.
Yeah, if anyone is.
Okay. Maybe it's the editing. Maybe it's the editing. You know what? I'm not gonna hate on. I don't hate on any person.
Yeah, use your crush.
I just
Blame the
hate-
edit.
Yeah. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna pull it's probably the edit, but I'll get to that when we talk about Daisy's date and the rest. Her third of the episode.
Fair enough. All right, let's hop into Joey's Jawn of the week. Lizzie, you have anyone?
I think I'm gonna give it to Kelsey A.
I'll take that. A lot of Kelsey A. John's of the week. Stacking up. Hang the banner.
I just really liked their date. I really did.
Good date.
It just felt genuine.
Especially coming off of Rachel's where it felt just disjointed a lot. It felt like a couple friends hanging out or an awkward first date, as Michael said in our group chat.
Yeah, and it didn't help that she had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, breaking your jaw in the middle of the date's kind of a vibe killer, I would say. But yeah,
Maybe just a little.
that's tough. Michael, who you got? Joey's Jawn.
So I was gonna go Leslie just because if I see Leslie on the screen,
Yeah.
obviously I was gonna go Leslie,
Choo-choo.
but then Choo-choo. I feel like I gave her my golden gal of the week so many times last season, so I'm gonna give it to Sandra. She was hilarious. She was only in there. I feel like she didn't want to be there. I don't know. That's just the vibe I got. She kind of was just like, ABC called her. It's like, hey, we'll pay for your flight in a couple days. Stay in Tulum. You can have unlimited alcohol. Boom, boom, boom. Would you want to come and talk to somebody for 5 minutes? And Sandra's like, sure. And then she did it. And she was having fun. Her and Daisy, you know, she was like, "Oh, Daisy, you're like a daughter to me." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, like she's just the sweetest woman alive."
Awesome.
And she would make really good chocolate chip cookies. I did decide that while I was craving chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah. She would probably make great cookies. I feel like she has like a mean. I bet she does a weird type of cookie really well, like oatmeal raisin. Oh, that would be great. My Joey's Jawn is very unrelated to the show whatsoever. I watched all of the Oscars last night, and my Joey's Jawn is going to go to Miss Emma Stone because she won Best Actress. And she won a lot of money for me, and she's fantastic in Poor Things. Lily Gladstone's also fantastic in Killers of Flower Moon, but I love Emma Stone. Two-time Oscar-winning actress. Shout out to Emma Stone. She's fantastic. I love her. And yeah, she gets my Joey's Jawn of the week. So sorry. Sorry to break the mold there, but I'm giving it to Emma Stone. At this point, all three of these girls are Joey's Johns of the week. It's Joey's Johns of the season. So it doesn't even matter. I do want to give a shout out though, because technical Joey's Jawn, not really Joey's Jawn, just a shout out to our favorite person on the planet, Maria's dad. Left a nice comment on the YouTube channel from last week, and I'll read kind of highlights from it once I pull it up here. But basically saying, obviously, we're reviewing a review here. So let's backtrack, review a review. He said, "You guys are amazing, great podcast," which again, very true things he's saying. He becomes a fan. He said this very important point. If Maria is Bachelorette, comma, yes, you guys are at hometowns 100%. I think I'll need you guys next to me. I don't think I'll be as nice as I was to Joey if there is a next one. I can just see Michael start barking at the guy. That would be hilarious. Or just open the door.
That was like a callback from episode 2 of the season, or pre-show. That was preseason, right?
He's an OG batchmaker.
That was preseason.
It was preseason batchmakers, and our boy Nick was watching, which we appreciate a ton. We could be getting duped here, by the way. There's a decent chance it's not him, but we're gonna go under the assumption that it is him. And what, Michael?
Yeah, I mean, there's some digging at. I think it's him. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. So again, we hope it is, because we want to be at hometowns. And let's do this. Formal invite for Nick whenever he wants to come on the podcast.
Yeah.
We won't bother him and say, "Hey, you should come on. You should come on." Whenever he wants, just shoot us a DM on Instagram. You can email, whatever you want. Just get in contact with us.
Whenever he's ready.
Whenever he's ready to tell his side of things, we are ready 100%. For him. So yeah, shout out to Nick. Cringe of the week. I actually had one this week. If anyone else had one.
You can go. I have like a lot of ones that I've found.
Okay, so mine is of Joey when he was on his date with Rachel. And maybe this is more of a insight into my 13-year-old brain, but the fact that his first thing that he said when entering the fantasy suite with Rachel was, and I quote, "Tonight's an amazing night to come."
Cheers to an amazing night to come.
Pause.
Wow.
Pause. Hey, Joey. Bonk. Pause. All of the above. That's what she said. Come on, pal. Come on. You've been great with words. You've been a wordsmith all season long. But that's what we're going to do. You're better than that. You're better than that, Joey. Come on.
Tonight's a great night.
Stop. No, I hated that. Don't.
That.
Oh no.
Sorry. I would like to apologize to any of the listeners out there who've been offended by that.
Thankfully, I saw where you were going and like cut you off halfway. Ah.
Thank you. No, I stopped. That was it. That was it. 5 seconds and it was over. All right.
Probably same with Joey.
That's fine. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's my cringe of the week. I officially had a cringe. That's tough.
You're welcome. So that's 2. That's 2 for 1.
2 for 1 special. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. What you got, Mike?
So I kind of have one in general of that I noticed during the latter episodes of every season of just am I too late? I don't know if he likes me. Am I saying things too late? I just noticed that. I think Rachel said it. I think Daisy said it this episode. Like they kind of all just like, am I too? Like, come on, just be confident in yourself, women or men, when it happens in Bachelorette season. Be fucking confident. All right, you're not too late. You're never too late. You're good enough.
You're
all right?
Always
You're
on time.
Beautiful.
You are always
on time. Or
because we're on
early
God's time.
In Jess's case, but yeah. But I also do have a little, not cringe, but it was just kind of like Riz. So my Riz of the week. Okay, God, did I say that? Wow.
We start new category, Riz of the
New category, Riz of the week. And it was when it was on Rachel's date. Joey says, "Kiss me for good luck." I was like, Riz.
Kiss for good luck.
Yeah. Something more than that. Good answer.
The kiss
W
Riz.
W Riz.
I was just like, oh, Joey, no way you said that. Like, you horn dog. All right, you horn dog, you.
Oh
Kiss
my
me for
God.
good luck before we jump in this water. Might be cold.
Gosh.
Maybe.
Which I'll add. I'll pile on this cringe. Daisy did the same thing, and it was the weirdest.
I was about to say that.
The weirdest like editing or music choice.
Wait, actually, I have one more thing.
What do you got?
It was just strange. She was like, "Hey, hold on. I actually do have one more thing." And then just made out with him for 30 seconds. And the music was like a weird vibe. Everything was weird about that moment. Very strange.
It's
Very weird.
yeah. It's interesting editing choices, I would say, to be honest.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it.
Yep.
Lizzie, if you have anything, obviously just yell. Shoot us a text.
I don't know if I had a cringe of the week, but I had I thought it was funny. It was almost like a Riz of the week, but Joey, when Daisy like looked at him and then he said, "Stop looking at me with those eyes like that."
Stop looking at me with
those eyes.
Me too.
Don't look at me like that.
Huh?
Says, don't look at me like that.
Like what?
I honestly don't know the words of that song.
It just made me think of those edits that people have been making with him to that sound.
Yeah, dude, that TikTok trend is ruthless. They're just like the ones about Maria, mean. We'll find you. If I find out whoever made those, I'll find you. That was rude. Very rude. They compared her to like, who was
some cartoon.
Yeah, it was the cartoon with, I don't know, but it was me.
Ice Age? No. Oh.
Whoever did it, we'll find you.
I don't know.
We'll track you down.
I don't know cartoons.
And maybe that's a big reason why this episode was kind of a dud. It's what happens when you get rid of Maria. You lose the juice.
That's facts.
The juice is loose.
That is facts.
And we got nothing. So, just something to think about. Lizzie, let us know if
Big
you have
facts.
anything else. Shoot us.
Of course.
Kind of going back to what you were saying with like, Maria gone. What are they going to use? The preview at the start of the episode was for pretty much the preview for next episode.
Yeah.
It wasn't even from content from this episode. That's how you know this episode was a dud. Which, I mean, you can't, I don't know. It's hard to make good episodes when there's only a couple people left. If they're not like super, not saying these girls not interesting at all. I'm not saying that at all. But I don't know. There's just not as much content to choose from.
It's almost too real. Where now there's no drama. It's hard to
Now it's like a
like,
rom-com.
not to say our job's the hardest thing in the world, but it's kind of hard to make light and joke about the show at this point when there's 3 girls left and they're all in love. And
Yeah.
now it's like, "Oh, damn, this is shit. This is real."
Mhm.
That's why, hey, I'm not happy Maria is gone because I love seeing her on my screen. But if she was gonna get out and not face like a ton of heartbreak, she got out at the good time. It's a good time to get
100%.
out. So I'm not happy she's gone, but hate to see her go. Love to watch her leave, type thing. you know. So
Yeah.
happy with that. Joey's opening monologue, lot of stares out into the distance,
Mhm.
like long zoom ins while he's staring. We saw a lot of this, I think, in the like mega preview for the season where he was talking because I recognized the backdrop. And
Mhm.
as soon as I saw the backdrop, I was like, oh, we've seen this before. This was like one of the opening previews for the season. Um, it was a funny cutaway because Joey was like breaking down and like freaking out about this process. And then it cut to Daisy. She's like jumping on the bed. She's like happy go lucky, just having the time of her life. And Joey's just like contemplating his life.
So well, but I don't know what to do. It's just a big week. There's a lot to think about.
It's crazy that Tulum's a place that I could potentially be engaged at.
Which I think is just basically like a microcosm of the season. Daisy's just kind of along for the ride, see what happens, happy go lucky, and Joey's just in it. He's in the thick of it. But yeah. And then they start with Rachel and they bring Susan out. Which do we think Rachel didn't know who Susan was? Because I don't know when the filming takes place. Was there a small chance Rachel?
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, they don't know who these girls are. Do you think there's a small chance?
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, Susan thought that was Kris Jenner from a distance. Like they're bringing Kris Jenner out for the final 3.
That's pretty hilarious. Yeah, I did think one, it was kind of just wild to pay these golden gals just like, oh, we'll fly you out, talk to them for 5 minutes. Like, really? That's when you know the fantasy suite just doesn't have a lot of content to choose from, that you have to like do stuff like that. Not saying it's wrong and not saying, I love seeing those golden gals on my TV, but I don't know, it's just interesting, like the choices, that get made in these episodes.
I stand by it. I think this was a tryout. I think I think these were the final 3 for the Golden Bachelorette, and it's a tryout to see who gets the most pop online. Like they're probably looking at the numbers, how many people are tweeting about Susan, how many people are tweeting about Leslie, how many people are tweeting about Sandra. Like, and they can go off that. That wouldn't shock me if that's what they do here. It would actually at this point shock me if one of those 3 isn't the lead, isn't the Golden Bachelorette. Also, I'm almost confident in that.
So I did when Susan was talking to Rachel, I was kind of just like, wow, Susan's definitely just like saying, like, oh, like, good luck. You're like, it kind of felt like it's gonna be okay either way.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna lose thing. And I was just like,
yeah.
Not like she was saying things like that, but it kind of felt like that. I don't know why, but I was just like, you'll get him next time. That's what it kind of felt like. I was like, all right.
You know what it felt like? It felt like getting advice from someone you just met about how to get engaged on a TV show. Like, yeah, you've been to a similar thing, but you don't know each other. Like, it's hard to really dive deep when they can barely open up to Joey at this point, and they've known each other for a while. How are they supposed to open up to these golden grannies?
That's true.
Wild.
That's true.
All right, fast forward to the day part. Rachel and Joey's date. Rachel broke her face.
Yeah. I mean, I said this in our group chat, but like it felt like an awkward first date. Like it was so awkward, which normally in those dates, in like any one-on-one date, there's always like an instructor there or like somebody to kind of, just be another human being there, not just those two in a pond or whatever it's called, just jumping in. I don't know. I feel like they needed that like third person there to be like set up like an activity or something. I don't know. It just felt so awkward.
I wish they explored the underwater caves. That sounds sick, but they just jumped in. That could have been a pool.
Yeah, they could have gotten some content with some fishies underwater and stuff.
Shout out! I want to give a shout out to Joey. for recognizing that Rachel was hurt. She couldn't talk. She was grabbing her face. She was in a bunch of pain. And Joey was like, I could tell something was off.
Go do something about it. I knew something was wrong, and I felt worried.
It's like, no shit, dude. She can't open her mouth.
Yeah, I wrote down on the cutaway. It kind of sounded like the LeBron clip that where it's like I knew something was wrong. Like I knew Kobe was gonna go off for 80.
Before the game even started, when I seen, I said he was probably gonna score 70 tonight. I don't know what made me say that, and my friends was with me, and they was like, okay.
I knew something was wrong. Like I knew Kobe was gonna go off for 80.
I knew he was going to drop 81 that night.
I know. It kind of felt like that. I was just like, come on, Joey. Shut up, man.
Because I know Rachel so well, I could tell that she was in a lot of pain as she's screaming in pain.
She couldn't freaking move her mouth.
As soon as she came out of the water, I knew.
I was kind of confused how she hurt her jaw. Because you jump in.
Yeah.
Did she hit it? Because if anything, wouldn't that be her whole head being hurt? I was just so confused of how the jaw specifically. But then the guy comes and he's like, "You're good," and then they're like, "No, we have to go to the hospital." Then it turns into an episode of General Hospital,
which
of the dramatic music.
I do want to talk about the hospital visit because I'm just thinking about the optics of this all. Okay, so this guy in Mexico, no one there knows he's the Bachelor, any of that. He comes in with this girl who has a broken jaw, and then he has to say, we were cliff diving into a cave. No one else was there. No one saw it. But she broke her jaw. Check her out. The optics of that, not great. Not great.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure those hospitals have seen a lot worse, to be honest.
Well, I'm saying he probably got questioned.
Well, also when you're showing up to a hospital with a camera crew, kind of is a weird vibe, I would say.
Yes, definitely.
But when they're in the hospital and she was getting her x-ray, it was the most dramatic music possible when they were showing the x-ray. And then it just cuts the docs being like, yeah, you're all good. So, and then I think it just cut to a commercial, I think. And I was like, wow, this is like, what's going on here? It was just a time filler. If that didn't happen, what was going to go in that time slot?
We could have got a rose ceremony.
I guess maybe. I don't know. I guess they needed to show the lack of a broken jaw.
Yeah. So do you think Rachel probably said like, "Hey, I'm fine. Like, let's not do the hospital bit." They're like, "No, we already we planned 100%. On getting you hurt. We said someone has to get hurt from that. We already paid the hospital. We're filming there. Cameras are set up. Just say your jaw hurts or something."
It was like pre-planned. Like, yo, Joey, if she doesn't get hurt, you kind of have to pull something. You kind of have to like tear her ACL or something, do something to get to the hospital because we already got some people there.
They had a sniper in the woods with like a pellet gun. She jumps, bang, and she's like, "Oh, ow! Why my jaw hurts?"
Right when I saw that, I knew something was wrong.
The second she couldn't speak, I knew something was up.
After talking
to her,
I knew I had to go talk to her.
I mean, I'd just say go talk to her.
Dude, because like I'm not really doing shit right now. I'm just kind of posted here, so it's like
you could go talk to her.
Might as well go talk to her.
Yeah.
After talking to Wade, I knew I needed to go talk to her.
After talking to the guys. Damn it.
After the one EMS guy checked her out, I knew we had to go to the hospital. And the EMS guy said she was fine. I knew, we have to go to the hospital.
We made it what, 28 episodes without quoting Real Bros of Simi Valley? We popped that cherry now. That was good. I feel like we just opened the floodgates, unfortunately.
Yeah, I missed that show.
Oh, it's so good. We need a new season. All right. Anything else from that date? I don't think there was. I do want to. What? Go ahead.
I had a little comment that was just during the date. I would kind of said it with the first date vibes, but you cannot tell me that Rachel and Joey have more chemistry than Joey and Maria. You cannot. I will die on that hill. That's why I'm gonna loop back to my point that I made last week and say he just sent her home because he knows he likes her more than maybe a couple other people, but he just didn't want to hurt her. as he didn't want to lead her on as much. So I actually shout him out for that.
Yeah. And again, you say that, people are going to come at you and say, "Oh, why do you hate Rachel?"
I don't.
People don't have to like people. That's okay. Joey doesn't have to like Rachel. Rachel doesn't have to like Joey. Daisy doesn't have to like Joey. Just because we think they don't like each other doesn't mean we hate them. I love Rachel. I love her personality. I think she's fantastic. Her and Joey, great friends, great pals. They ain't endgame. It's not happening. It's not in the cards. But I love Rachel. I think she's a great personality. I would love to see more of her, but it's not for Joey. And that's fine. That's okay. We can live and move on. And hopefully this is an opportunity for her to find love later on, at a different point. But yeah, people get mad at us when we say people don't like each other. It's like, that's okay. That's a normal part of life. Only one person ends up. Maybe two. We did. It could be Rachel and Daisy, and Lizzie's team wins, but who knows? One thing I wanted to point out from the end of this date was before Fantasy Suites, I thought we should start a Twitter page. I don't have the time for this, but if one of our Batchmaker listeners wants to do this, Bachelor Out of Context, where you just like take like small clips where it's like super cringy if you just take like a 2-second clip and post it. And because I thought of this when I saw this scene with Rachel and Joey, when Joey was like, well, Rachel said, "I'm not in pain anymore. Like the pain's kind of gone away." And he was like, "What does that mean?" And then she just goes, chomps her teeth. And he's like, "Whoa." It's like if you clip that and just go, "Whoa."
Whoa.
What can I say?
It's just really funny out of context. I was like, what the hell is happening here? If someone walked in the room during that moment, they're like, what is this?
Yeah, when she did that, I was just like, I mean, I guess that's better than other ways, of showing that her jaw's okay. But I was just like, oh my God. It could have been worse.
She's like, "Oh, how are you doing?" She stands up, like, does a front flip. Like, "Look, I'm fine." Like, what?
Yeah.
All right. Kelsey's date. We get Leslie, Choo Choo, obviously. I do want to point out, you pointed this out a couple episodes ago, or probably early on in the season. For Kelsey's job title, it still says Junior Project Manager. We got to get our girl an upgrade. Get her a promotion. It should just be Project Manager.
I mean, maybe she'll get promoted. Maybe she's already been promoted, but like it hasn't updated since she started the show.
Yeah, just put Project Manager.
Hey, let me check the LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Wait, LinkedIn. Lizzie, can you check the LinkedIn of Kelsey? Oh, there's probably so many Kelsey Andersons. But then you filter by Nolans.
And and then filter by was on Bachelor season 28.
There shouldn't be that
many. Should narrow it down to about one. But yeah,
that'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do
it.
Yeah, Lizzie, let us know if you can find her LinkedIn and see if she's been promoted from junior project manager. Leslie shows up, and as I mentioned before, probably not the best person to come in and give a rah-rah speech, pump the crowd up. And then their actual date was kind of cool. They just went on the boat. Seemed like the chillest of the three. They had a weird, like, be the first one to say I'm in love with you off. They're like, did you say something? Did you say something? I thought you said something. Did you say it? I didn't say it. Did you? Cool. All right. You both love each other. Congrats. Fun. Night portion.
I'm so
good for you guys. All in love and shit. Super, super sick. I want to point out to Kelsey, as she is a wise gal, I think very few girls probably on the planet could pull off neon green quite like Kelsey A can. She killed that. She comes out with a neon green dress and no complaints here. She has a very vibrant wardrobe across the board. All right, Lizzie found it.
Yeah. Project assistant.
Oh.
Sounds like a downgrade. Sorry, I said it. Junior project manager sounds better than project assistant.
You're right. Maybe she fluffed it up.
Orders. 299 connections. I can make that 300, Kelsey.
Kelsey, accept Michael's LinkedIn request. Send it, Mike. Send the
I
shoot your
will.
shot.
Why do you connect with Zach?
Zach Shallcross?
Yeah,
Nice. There you go. You're
that was a while ago. That was when he was on Gabby and Rachel's.
Uh-oh. Hey, your girl Greer's showing up on People Also Viewed for Kelsey A.
Nah.
It's Michael when he just starts hears Greer's name. All right. With Kelsey A, I mean there's no other way to put it. They're in love. They're in love.
Yeah, no, their chemistry looked great the whole date. I'll give them that. Just like looked young and they looked young. Makes me think of my young. Wouldn't it feel good to be young and in love again? That's kind of what it felt like. To be young and love and 20-something years old. That's kind of how it felt like.
Yeah, it felt like
So,
that. These these notes, the fantasy suite notes. I don't think they've always been this long. First of all, promise you, Jesse isn't writing those. That's plagiarism. You're right. You're signing it with Jesse. I would put my life on it. Jesse's not writing that. So I hope there's a producer named Jesse. And that's why it doesn't say Jesse Palmer. Because if not, that's plagiarism. And yeah, you're being audited. So I'm watching you. But yeah, those notes should just say Fantasy Suites ?
Yeah.
That's it.
Jesse could not have written that because he was probably in Tuscaloosa calling a Bama game.
Yeah, he's very much not there. And then we move on. Well, okay, so both those girls, they go to the fantasy suite, they wake up, they have breakfast, cool. Anything there? Not really. Nothing.
Yeah,
else
no, I mean they're talking about bacon.
Which Joey looked like he'd never cracked an egg before. That was weird.
Yeah, Joey definitely gives the can't cook vibe.
Which I feel like living in Hawaii, I feel like that's like a cooking culture.
All right, we established this. He wasn't in Hawaii for long. He was
there for a little bit.
Yeah, but like I don't know. Is this egg a popular dish in Hawaii?
I don't know.
Do they have a lot of chickens?
Am I wrong there? Is that just like a weird thought I have that Hawaii feels like everyone just kind of cooks? Everyone can be a great chef in Hawaii.
They it's so hot out that they crack eggs on like a wooden
it's like a rock
outside, shirtless, about to go surfing at like 5, 6 in the morning. Yeah, that's how I think of Hawaii, to be honest.
It's
that and getting coconut off the tree and just stabbing a straw in it and then drinking. That's their water.
That's it. That's all. That's their water. Coconut milk.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. All right, but we get to Daisy's little fantasy suite date. We talked about how weird that kiss was at the beginning. Daisy's vibe has changed a little bit since the beginning of the season. Beginning of the season, she was front runner, confident. She still is, but I think she's starting to realize, oh, this is it. And I'm going to continue my theory that she doesn't like Joey. And I think she's at the point where she's just like slowly convincing herself, and she has a lot more time to sit with it now. Like she even said, and I think sitting with it, she's gone back and forth. She's like, I don't know really what to do here.
Yeah.
But I have to. So I'm kind of just going all in here.
Yeah, no, 100%. And even her talk with Sandra, which I thought that was great. Sandra said a line that was hilarious. She was like, talk about like sexual stuff, like practice making babies and stuff. And when Sandra said that, I was like, wow, like that takes a pair of balls to say that. So shout out to Sandra for that. But yeah, I do agree that Daisy's vibe is a little bit off, and I think the editing also definitely adds to it with the way they're kind of adding some silences in there and stuff like that. But Daisy's Daisy at the end of the day. She got Joey to say, I'm falling for you. Like he does.
Which he said to both Daisy and Kelsey A. Didn't say to Rachel.
Yeah.
Right?
Which,
unless I missed it.
Unless he said at the hospital. She's like getting her X-ray, and while she's getting the X-ray, it's like,
Doc,
hey,
how long does she
by the
have?
way, can I say a few last words?
If you
I'm
don't make it
falling
out of
for-
if you don't make it out of surgery, I just want you to know, Joey, I'm
That I-
not going to surgery.
just know that I'm not falling for you.
Yeah. It was always Kelsey and Daisy.
You never had a shot. I just wanted to go to Hawaii, but you couldn't even take me there.
You were supposed to be the chosen one. We were going to Hawaii. Then you took me
Not
to California.
California.
Calabasas? Nah. Yeah, that's
I
again.
tried a pig ear for you.
All right. So then Daisy, they go four-wheeling. They match at the date. They were both wearing pink. They were a little salmon, matching each other's outfits a little bit. Unplanned, I would guess.
I don't know. I could see it planned 100%.
Daisy was like, I'm wearing pink tonight. And
The
Joey's
producers are like, producers definitely just tell Joey what to wear. So,
oh, 100%. He doesn't dress himself. And then they go to the fantasy suites. They wake up, cool. And then we get the thing we've all been waiting for. And guess what? We're still waiting for it. Sick ending, Bachelor. Kelsey A freaks out, thanks kind of in part to her conversation with our girl Leslie. She says, we need to talk on the note, which I'll do it right now, and I could eat my words next week. I'm calling her bluff. I don't think this is anything. I really don't. Yeah. I think this is going to be a 2-minute conversation. Kelsey A's been rising she rose slowly, so she's a late bloomer kind of in this season compared to Daisy or Maria, I would say. And she's been steady up climb the whole time. Now is the only hiccup where she's starting to freak out a little bit. So she just needs that conversation. I think it's going to be a 2-minute conversation, nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, I was just kind of thinking, what else does she have to really say? That's because it made it seem like it was something different. Never, they've never even mentioned it. I was like, is Kelsey pregnant or something? What's going on here? What is that big of a deal that you have to know? If something comes up in my mind, I have to tell him now. Yeah. Come on.
Or what came up in that time period?
What's that big? I don't buy it.
I'm trying to think. Any world events that could have been happening? Was she? When was this filmed?
Oh my god! COVID.
Oh, Joey, I have COVID. They send her home. Sorry.
The TBT to Logan and Gabby and Rachel's season. Yeah. Or was it Logan?
Yeah, right? Logan. Yeah. He came on my podcast and told that full story about how he got sent home. Which I still didn't understand. He explained it to me. He basically said I'm not really into it and I'm okay. And it sounded like Gabby okayed him going home. They were like, he can either sit here in quarantine or we can just send him home. And Gabby was like, shoo, see ya, get out of here.
Yeah. Maybe she just wasn't that into guys.
Yeah. True. If she, and I don't want to be wrong here, but did she come out as bi?
Yeah.
Or is it? Because that would be the greatest season of all time. Her as the lead. I know she's in a relationship right now, with a writer who's comedy writer.
For a while.
Yeah, they've been dating for a while. Mm-hmm. But if she was single, you have a season where she's the lead, 15 guys, 15 girls, chaos.
Because then the guys and the girls, that's
yeah, that would be crazy. That would be fun.
That would be pretty wild. I don't think that's out of the picture. I don't think they would throw that out.
I would guess at some point during this show, Batchmakers will still be happening when that happens for the first time. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I mean, I would
hope so. Hope so for our sake. All right. Anything else from kind of the end there? Kelsey freaks out or whatever, but I think it's nothing. I think it's all fake out, and then we're just gonna get the woman tell all for the most time next week.
Yeah, I think next week is gonna be all woman tell all. They seem like they have a lot to talk about. They were Does Lexi regret leaving? No. The answer is
No.
no.
We can answer all the questions right now.
Does
No.
Lexi regret leaving? No, she doesn't.
Does Jen still have
Does Jen
feelings
still have
for
in
Joey?
love? That was kind of
No.
like, is that part of her Bachelorette edit? I was like, whoa. But then they're like, and Maria, and then the music
Yeah.
went
Dun,
crazy.
dun,
And I was
dun,
like,
dun.
yeah. The moment you've all been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The
That'd be
crown
great.
of St. Vernon. What's the line from Hamilton? I don't know.
I know where
George Washington. It's the intro to George Washington.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to. The
crown
moment you've been waiting for.
The pride of Mount Vernon, George Washington. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
But yeah, Maria and Sydney, I feel like it's gonna be hopefully minimal. I'm really hoping Women's Hall, Maria doesn't like, because I feel like she's right there for Bachelorette, and
She's close.
I know, and if something, I don't know, if vibes switch in Women's Tell All, I'll be really upset and be like, "Fuck, she was right there." So, but I think she knows that. She knows that too, and I think all the other girls know that too. Like her gals, Lauren, Allison. I think everybody else besides maybe like Leia, Sydney, and Jess. I don't even know. Jess. I feel like Jess is low-key just gonna be there. To be honest,
I think Jess. These are my predictions. Jess is gonna apologize to Maria for calling her a bitch
because she knows Maria's gonna be the Bachelor.
Sydney is not going to apologize to Maria.
Yeah.
Maria will like half apologize, but I think Maria's smart. She's gonna take. She's gonna. We've never seen Maria like be high road. I think she's gonna like shut down the drama real quick and then ride the wave of. I think she feels the Bachelorette because this filmed like last week, so she's feeling the Bachelorette energy, and I think she's gonna be very smart. And which
ABC, we didn't get the invite.
Yeah, cool. No, it's
kind of
fine.
weird. Interesting. Okay. We could have helped the ratio, I believe. We could have helped the ratio. Maybe. Actually, yeah. No, we would have. We would have definitely helped the ratio.
The amount of positive press we would give that if they just throw us a bone and invite us to that thing. Oh my gosh. I would kiss the feet of producers there. I would just do whatever I need to. We can be bought so easily.
We just stay in LA and go to the Oscars too.
Yeah, or I would host like a Wise Gals after party. Only Wise Gals could come. You're not invited. Sorry. Me and the Wise Gals would just have a great night. We'd rent out the club from all the money we make from this podcast.
It's like Bailey's Babes and Team Lizzie then.
Team Lizzie
and the undrafteds. Boom. Bitch.
Can you imagine? We have an after party from the Women Tell All our teams, and the undrafteds are there. I feel so bad.
And they know.
They all know. It's like a high school dance. They're all doing sections.
Probably won't be invited to Women Tell All.
another good point.
Love you.
Yeah, I do love the tell all. It's always fun, but I don't think anything big really comes of it. I think Maria, takes the high road, and then they didn't really say much about Leia, so Princess Leia might not be there.
I mean, I feel like she'll be there. It's just she may be not not like worthy of part of the preview, but like it's not that big. She wasn't the star of any drama. I would say.
Question for point system. People accusing people, snitching, stuff like that. Is that apply for the Women Tell All?
I think we need a third party because that is technically it's part of the season. It's an episode of the season.
Yeah.
But snitching is snitching to Joey. So I wouldn't
You're
be
right.
It wouldn't be snitching. It would be accusing
for wrong reasons.
That's two. That's a minus two. Yeah,
we'll keep an eye out. If that happens next week, we can argue it on the show.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who it happened to. It's definitely a lot of my team.
Yeah, a lot of your Maria might get.
Hey, some of your team too. One person in particular you tried to drop.
But I didn't, and I don't think she's gonna get a wrong reasons accusation. I think people are just gonna like you're kind of mean girl.
People don't like her. People don't like her.
No, they
people don't like her.
I feel like
Medina. Hopefully, Medina's there backing up Maria. That'd be big.
Yeah,
big for the Maria Bachelorette.
Yes, 100%. All right. Anything else from this episode? we need to talk about? Are we good?
Oh, I did. I guess my last note is Joey is so pick me. Sorry, I know he's the bachelor, right? And so he deserves to kind of be like, when will it be my turn? I know I said it cringily, but like, he kind of is like, I want someone to choose me. I guess I should have said this when we talked about Daisy's date, but he said something that really stood out. He was like, sometimes like girls just like the idea of me, not actually me. And I was like, that brought me back to the Outer Banks, Sarah Cameron. You don't love me, Topper. You like the idea of me. You don't love me.
You like
Whatever
being seen with me. You don't love me.
That's literally what Joey said.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, like he's like, girls like the idea of me, which I kind of felt bad, but at the same time, like, womp womp, Joey. You're freaking 6 feet tall, very attractive man. You're a great guy. Like, womp womp. Girls like you. Just
Womp
fucking
womp.
deal with it, bro. Come on. But yeah, no, I was kind of just like, come on, he's a little pick me, but it's also he also probably has so many cutaways that they just pick and choose. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Again, I'll use my when in doubt, my old reliable. It was the editing.
Yeah, blame on the break for in case of emergency. Blame the editing.
Yeah,
it's all. That's what you would do if you're on the show. If you're talking about the show, whatever. But yeah, that is kind of funny to imagine the Bachelor saying like, "Girls don't really like me." It's like, dude, you're the Bachelor. Like,
dude,
you're the
for a
one
reason,
person.
like,
You're like
the one person that like all of America loves.
Everyone likes.
They don't have the idea of you. They like you.
Yeah. They really like you, Joey. You should be seeing our TikTok comments. They love you, Joey. Which we'll see if it continues. Two firsts sound pretty redundant at this point. We said it last week. We think Rachel's going home, and it's gonna be Daisy and Kelsey A to duke it out. Would be my guess. And yeah, I think that's it. We good? Anything else? All right, everyone, leave reviews. Leave a funny review. Make fun of us however you want. I got poems coming up soon. I've been sitting on these for 2 weeks. I can't wait to drop. I might add a few verses too since I have more time. But yeah, we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Peace.